anyone from the floor, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. And it would be grateful if you would please state your name and organization before starting the question. Eva from UBS.
Here is Eva Lee of UBS. Thank you, management, for presenting the first half results. I got one question. We noted that the rental reversion in first half has actually accelerated to around, I think, 26 or 27% compared to the past 19-20%. First, I'd like to ask whether this is a one-off factor. Should we expect that we're going to accelerate further or continue the faster pace in the second half? And also, I noted that the occupancy cost has picked up compared to the past of around 12. Now I think it's slightly 12.6 or 12.7. Still below the market average. Should we expect Link will continue to climb up on the occupancy cost closer to the PS average? Thank you.
Largely because we have a majority of our tenants in the non-discretionary trade. Retail sales in those sectors actually have picked up earlier than the rest of the market. And in the announcements 2 days ago by the government, you have seen the numbers even stronger across all sectors. But I think with our segment, they have picked up a lot earlier. And so we've been able to capture it in the first half result. And with the result you've seen for September, and we expect even stronger year on year because last year's October was very weak. So we will continue to see much stronger result for our portfolio going forward. In terms of rent to sales, I guess as part of a negotiation, we've been able to achieve those results. But we are very mindful that we don't get it up too quickly to too high a level so that it becomes unaffordable. So I think there's still sufficient margin for us.
Thank you. Thank you, George. Any additional questions? Thank you, Sarah from BAML.
So can you talk a little bit more about the tenants coming into to the new development in Mongkok, and specifically who the co-working operator will be?
We will be making an announcement within the next few weeks about the identity of that. So I think without their permission, I think we'd rather not do that. But it obviously is the first time having co-working space in Mongkok. And it fits the positioning for the property as well, and hopefully it also provides people to come down to the F&B that we provide. So, but we'll make that announcement soon. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sarah. May I invite any more questions from the floor or through the webcast?
While you're thinking about it, I'll add more to Mongkok. I think it is coming on stream quite soon, so there's a lot of focus on it. The asset is represented not a significant a percentage of our total portfolio, but it's quite important for us in terms of how we position the asset, the transformation. The whole refurbishment. If you talk to any people who in the industry, we are doing it in very sort of breakneck speed. The office tower, people are already fitting out. People are moving into work by the end of this month, and so this is and we always target to be about 5 to 6 months ahead of the retail podium. The retail podium, we're targeting about May, June opening, partly because we have Chinese New Year in the middle of February. So, workers are not going back to work until end of February, and if you give people a month or so to do the fitting out, shops are not really ready until about April, May. So that's why we're targeting slightly later than originally planned, because unless we do it by the end of this calendar year, then once we pass the 2 Chinese New Year, it's delayed a little bit. But it's still way ahead. It is exactly on schedule according to our underwriting.
Thank you, George. Ken from Citi.
Hi, it's Ken from Citi. Understand that you cannot talk much on the strategic review. Can you give us some idea regarding the timetable when we can expect some announcement, whether we will proceed or not?
At the press conference, I said in front of our chairman that the management team have been working very slowly, and he's not too happy with us. You can see that Andy has a stiff neck and I have a stiff back, so we're working pretty hard. So we'll try our best. Some of the advisors are here. We should blame them. So anyway, we're trying as fast as we can. But as soon as we're ready, we'll announce. But things just takes time, and it's a lot of things that we're looking at. So you just have to go through its course. But we'll try to come back to the market as soon as we can.
I give my last offer for further questions, and if not, then I shall call it a close. And most of you know me, and this is not the first time you hear from me. I am at your service 24/7. So anytime you have questions, please feel free to email us and others in the team. And thank you very much for coming today to today's presentation. And I look forward to seeing more of you in the coming weeks and months. And thank you, George and Andy, as well. Thank you.
Thank you.